Hey guys, it's Drew Barry here. I haven't posted a video in a while, even though I only have one video right now, but it's because I got into Marvel Snap. I've been playing it non-stop. I'm super hooked on this game. I already knew I was going to based on the footage I was watching, but once I actually got to play, I realized how polished it is. The art is just on point. The gameplay is so much fun. I'm having a great time. I'm gonna get into another video where I'm gonna kind of highlight some of my favorite features in Snap. I have a lot of other content planned, but today I just had a quick video where I wanted to talk about ratios and balance of the game because I think it's gonna really impact the long term of this game, and it's not something I'm seeing a lot in the Reddits. Everyone's pretty much complaining about the progression system, rightfully so. But I wanted to bring a bit of awareness to this, and it also could be something that you already know or already noticed. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so as we get into it here, you're gonna see the baseline cards in Marvel Snap. So these are the cards that don't have an effect, and they kind of give you an idea of if you're at a certain energy cost, what your power level should be to be reasonable enough to play. And there's going to be some that I'm going to highlight here that don't follow that rule exactly, and some that do. So right off the hop, we have Misty Knight. So what Snap did, which I really like, is they took one of these for each energy level, right? So you get one energy per turn in Marvel Snap, which ends up being on a normal game 6 energy by the end. And they made one baseline card per energy. So we have Misty Knight, which is a 1 energy, 2 power. Okay, so I have a 100% increase here because what I'm doing is I'm taking the energy that's required to play this card and I'm seeing how much power you're getting from it. In this scenario, it's a 100% increase. We have 1 energy, we go to 2 power. Okay, so however you want to, I don't know, I'm not big on math. This is just the way I understand it, so hopefully it makes sense for you. On the other end, we have Shocker. So Shocker's going up 1 extra power from his energy. So he's a 2 energy cost, 3 power. That's only a 50% increase. If we were using the same guidelines that we were using for Misty Knight and it just carried throughout the energy levels, Shocker should be a 2 energy, 4 power. But he's not. He's a 3, which means he's significantly worse than Misty Knight. The amount that you have to pay to get a smaller increase in your power is just so much more. So Shocker, I don't know, you probably have noticed if you're playing the game right now, he's a dead card. You don't see him anywhere. You don't see really most of these except for one, which I'll get into. Even Misty Knight, even though it's got that great value, there's so many 1-cost cards that are 1-2 baseline and have an effect, which just absolutely destroy Misty Knight. Okay, so moving on, then we have Cyclops. This is even worse than Shocker. It's a 3 energy, 4 power. So going back to like what I was saying, what Shocker should have been, Cyclops is a worse version of that. There are cards in Snap that are 2-4. They have a condition, most likely. Let's take Medusa, for instance. She's technically a 2-2, but if you play her in the middle lane, she's a 2-4. Not that hard to do in most case scenarios, and I'd say with like a 75% clip, you're going to hit that. Then it just absolutely destroys both of these cards because you don't want to pay 3 to get 4, and you don't want to just get 3 by paying 2. Like there's just terrible ratios. But these are the baselines, right? So if we're using these as a guideline, then we should think, okay, so if a card has text, maybe it should be a 3-3, and then the text kind of gives it that extra power level. Maybe. Let's see. Okay, then we go on to the Thing. He's a 4-6. I'm going to skip over these two really quickly. Similar to Shocker. If you divide it by 2, it's the same ratio. Abomination, a 5-8. So actually slightly better. You're getting a little bit more return on your energy cost. But still, there's cards that just do this better, and I'm gonna show this in a second here. And then there's the Hulk. So the Hulk is like the one exception to this rule because, to my knowledge, there is no card with a greater power cost but a negative condition than the Hulk. And an easy example is the Infinite. So the Infinite, you can't play a card on the turn before you play him. Usually it's turn 5. Then you're able to play him on 6 and you get 20 power. So that's like amazing, right? But that condition is so heavy. Whereas the Hulk is just a straight up 11 with no condition. Okay, so why do these ratios matter? What does this even mean? Okay, it's just a few things. So this gives us the idea for card design. When Second Dinner is going to print new cards, we can always kind of reference to these ones and know if their value is on point, if it makes sense. As a community, we can kind of figure that out, but I'm going to get there in a second. The future of balance for Snap, right? So I think what's inevitable is there's going to be power creep in Marvel Snap. There's just the main issue for this is the small numbers. Small numbers are great. You don't want to be playing like it's so hard with like Yu-Gi-Oh, for instance. It's in the 2000s or whatever. The smaller the numbers, the more easy it is to do all the math that's going on. There's a lot of math going on in Marvel Snap at one time, so it can get really complicated. If it was big numbers, it'd just be too much. But it really limits your design space because of these ratios. So we're really going to see some power creep. There's going to be some 4/6s that do something that the Thing doesn't. And then the Thing is just a totally dead card, which is sad because some of these are really great characters in the Marvel Universe. You have like the Thing, Hulk, Cyclops. The other ones I don't really know, but hey, they're cool. So yeah, it's there's going to be power creep. We're going to see it. I don't know if that's a terrible thing. We'll see. Usually it's not great. Okay, so let's have a look here at the power creep itself. All of these cards actually already have in some way or another a card that power creeps over them. Already from the base set, from release, we have power creep. So we have Misty Knight. I could have put dozens of cards here. I just chose Nightcrawler because it's a popular one and you get it from the right off the get-go. Nightcrawler, you can move them once. So valuable. So valuable. There's a bunch of locations that are going to say you can't play cards here, and then you can just move them there and you win the location. Like, it actually wins games. He's 1 mana. If he's on a congested spot that you want to open it up so you can play another card there sneakily, like something like that, you can do that with Nightcrawler. It's great. Destroys Misty Knight. Why would you ever run Misty Knight over Nightcrawler? I have no idea. The only exception I should say here is there's DC Washington as a location, and it gives +3 power to all of these baseline cards with no text. So niche. Okay, moving on. Shocker. There's a bunch of 2-cost 3 that do things. I thought this was just a really blatant one. You get Domino on turn 2 no matter what. You never draw it before, you never draw it after. Just straight up better than Shocker, because Shocker might come at the worst time and then you're screwed. Whereas Domino, it's guaranteed. So why would you ever run Shocker? Dead card, right? Okay, moving on to another dead card is Cyclops. So you can look at Sabretooth, another 3 energy, 4 power. Sabretooth, if he dies, if he gets destroyed, he comes back as a 0 cost in your hand. There's synergy there. There's something to work with. Cyclops has nothing to work with. The Thing in the Rock Slide. So Rock Slide is a pool 3 card. You might not have seen it yet, but just for context, what it does is it gives your opponent 2 rocks. I think it's to their deck. Playing on that, like kind of filling their deck with crap and that sort of thing. But it's just marginally better. It's just, why would you run the Thing if you have Rock Slide? Probably because you're not in pool 3 yet. But still, you get what I mean. Like, there's just immediate power creep. It does something. There's no negative constraint to it. Okay, and then Abomination over Jessica Jones over Abomination. This one's obvious. Literally, if you play them at the same place, it does the exact same thing, exact same power. But Jessica Jones has the +2 power upside if you don't play a card there. Why would you ever play Abomination? Okay, and then the last one, like I was mentioning earlier, is the only one that doesn't actually have immediate power creep in the game right now. Not to my knowledge, anyways. I'm pretty sure all other 6 costs have some sort of restraint or something like that hinders them to doing their effect. But there's America Chavez, which is 1 less power, and it's similar to Domino where you guarantee draw it on turn 6. So like if you never draw the Hulk, then it's a dead card. If you draw him too soon, you can't play him. Like there's just a bunch of reasons that it's might hurt you, and that one power does make a big difference in Snap. Those smaller numbers, as I was saying, but the consistency you'll probably get from Chavez, from what I've seen, I hardly ever see the Hulk. In the last week that I've been playing, and I've been playing nonstop, I see a lot of America Chavez. So it's just, I don't know. I think there's just a lot of power creep going on. Okay, so what is the effect of this power creep? Well, I think Second Dinner is going to profit from this because they're going to be able to. It removes those design constraints, so that they can really open up what they want to do with their design and not really care about the power creep because they already done it. They already shown to us that they're going to do it, so it's going to happen again, and they'll just get money. They'll just get a bunch of money, and they get to recycle the content, right? So they don't have to worry about it. They have infinite ideas, and it's going to make everybody rage. Okay, I want to cut. So what is the effect of this power creep? Well, I think Second Dinner is going to profit from it, and it's for all these reasons here, except for the fan base rage. But you can recycle your content. So what I mean by that is like your 4 cost, 6 power. You can keep using that on future cards, and you can power creep almost infinitely. I mean, once you put text on something, you can make it different any which way, and you're probably not going to power creep too hard over it. Whereas the thing's just going to get power stomped repeatedly. And they can just keep doing that because they've already done it. They've already done it with all these cards in the base set. So they've proven they've done it, and they're going to do it again, I guarantee it. So it removes the design constraints, and they're just going to, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But anyways, I just wanted to bring that to light because I thought it was pretty interesting. I'd like to hear what you guys think about it. Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope to get some more videos out soon.